Hello, everyone, and welcome to Show Me the Money with Valentus. We are Bill and Dawn Ball Diamond Leaders from Sarasota, Florida, and we are so excited to have you here with us today.
That's right. We have a special guest with us here today, and before I introduce him, I'll tell you real quickly. Dawn and I have been so blessed in this profession of network marketing over the last 13 years. We got to meet the individual that's on here, John Haremza, about 8 years ago now. And just like I said, we've been tremendously blessed in this industry. We've earned millions of dollars, but I'll tell you how we did it, because we learned how to get paid and we taught our team how to get paid. Those are the two critical elements here. Get your team paid, learn how to get paid, understand how you make money in this tremendous profession. Ladies and gentlemen, we have such a powerful tool here in our hands, right? And we weren't always in this profession. We were traditional business owners. And here's what I can share with you about having been a traditional business owner, made millions of dollars in traditional business, and now millions of dollars in this profession, is that it's better in this profession. Why? Because you have a team of people you work with. And with no further ado, I'm going to turn over the individual right now that I'd like to introduce, Mr. John Haremza. I got to meet him, like I said, about 8 years ago. When I met him, he was already a very well-known author, public speaker, sales trainer, and he just really impressed the heck out of Dawn and I, so much so that when we made a decision to look for a company a year ago, we decided to come to Valentus and join Mr. John Haremza. He's earned millions and millions, I think like $32 million in this profession. And what really impressed us is the fact that, he had earned about $4 or $5 million here, and $4 million in 1 year in Valentus, I think it was, right? And like $8 million altogether. But so there's nobody better to share with us than Mr. John Haremza how to get paid in this opportunity. So John, I'm going to stop talking and turn it over to you.
Okay, well, thank you, Bill and Don. So excited to be with everyone here today. We just got off a phenomenal training with Patty Solchak, and that was exciting. Her heart, her passion, it just always just pours through every time she gets on. And that's one of the things you'll see about Valentus, the culture here, the heart, the energy, the vibe from all of our leadership, including you and Don, Bill. I mean, you guys, your heart, your passion, the relationship with Valentus, the relationship that we have, phenomenal. So guys, we're going to talk about the compensation plan here today, and excited to do so. One of the things I'll share with you is, every company out there, talks about they have the best, they have the most lucrative compensation plan. And the reality of it is, guys, is every company has about the same money to pay out, somewhere in that 40 to 50% range. Okay, now some of the older companies, they might be down in the low 40s, mid 30s. But the modern day companies today are in that 40 to 50% range. So first off, I want you to know this, we're at the high end of that, right? We're at that 50%. But the other thing I want you to understand is it's not necessarily what is the payout, because we're at that high 50%. It's more who gets it, right? And what do you have to do to get it? And that is where I believe the Valentus plan really excels, because what we don't have, right? We don't have all of the hurdles and the hoops and the structure requirements, that people have to, fill their garage up trying to stay active or involved, or they, have to, patch holes all over the place trying to, qualify for ranks. So that's what we don't have. And so it's a very, very exciting, very friendly plan for everyone at every rank. And so I'm going to go through that with you. But here's what I'll tell you. The bottom line is, I will go nose to nose, head to head, belly to belly, paycheck to paycheck with anyone in the industry. And bar none, when you compare volumes to volumes, similar type structures or rank, we simply pay more money. We pay more money to more people more often. And I absolutely believe that we do actually have the most lucrative compensation plan in the industry of network marketing, bar none. So I don't believe any company out there is paying out what we pay out. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to go through the compensation plan. I'm going to be using a PowerPoint, and I'm going to go through it two different ways. One way is I'm going to go through in a very broad brush, right? When a new person joins the business, the compensation can be a bit overwhelming to them. And, you know, one of the things I like to do is kind of summarize it, do a broad brush to give them a general idea of how the money really goes and how the money really flows. So we're going to start out with that, and then I'm going to get more into the guts of the plan, the semantics of the plan, and really help you understand how the volume flows, what it takes to get qualified, and how you can maximize. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and then we'll jump into the PowerPoint here. So I need to scroll all the way to the top here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start out using this kind of more of a broad brush approach. So I already talked about this. I'm just going to reiterate it. Again, every company out there talks about having the best, most lucrative plan out there. Again, they all have about the same money to pay out, somewhere in that 40 to 50% range. We do pay out on the high end of that, right, at 50%, spread out over 7 profit centers. The real question we should be asking is who gets the money? And what do you have to do to get it? And that's where our plan really excels and thrives, because what we don't have, right, is the hurdles and hoops and the structure requirements, where people are filling their garage up with product, trying to stay active or involved or qualify for rank. So very, very friendly plan, for everyone. So first off, one of the things that I will do with someone that's brand new is I will just kind of touch on these 7 areas, right? We do business in 90 countries around the world, and you can send people to your website. They can buy online or join online, and you can receive that 25% commission. Company will ship 90 plus countries around the world that they can do that. Now, if you buy a business pack or say a career pack, what happens is it decreases the cost of the product, what you're paying for it, which is going to increase your profit margin. So, with the business pack, it's going to bring your profit margin up to that around 50% buying wholesale, selling retail. We have a fast start bonus. This is when you enroll or bring a new person on board, depending on where they start. And I'm going to get into the detail on that here a bit further on. But depending on where they join, the pack that they choose to start with is going to determine how much you earn. But it is up to $200 that you can earn in that one-time fast start bonus. We have a legacy code, which is up to $100 on everyone that everyone within your legacy team. Can you hold on one second? My daughter's got her car shipping here, and Bill, I hope you can edit that, but I got to pay $1,000 in cash. So I've seen her wandering around looking, and I'm wondering, what are you doing? But you're being terribly distracting to me right now. And so anyway, sorry about that distraction. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so we were talking about, you know what, I'm going to start this slide over. So in case you want to record this, you might be able to clean it up and edit it and go from there. Unless you want to stop the recording, Bill, and start over right here, we could do that as well.
No, we're good. You had gotten up to number 3, the legacy coded bonus.
Okay, so I can just start from there?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so the legacy code, after you've enrolled 3 people, you become legacy code qualified, and you are now able to earn that legacy bonus on everyone you personally bring in, starting with your 4th person to as many as you want to bring in, and every one of those people, starting with your 4th person's first 3, and their first 3's first 3, and their first 3's first 3 to infinity. It gets very exciting. Again, I have some detail later on that. The dual team commission up to 100,000 per week. And this is what I can promise you here. There's not a company in the industry of network marketing that is a binary that pays 100,000 per week. Most companies are like 12,000 maximum you can earn. I think there might be one up there like 22,000, 100,000 per week in just one profit center right here, the dual team commission, which is the binary portion of the plan. The 7-level matching check, up to 20%, the enroller pool, the global pool, and the car bonus. And of course, we know that Dave has introduced an eighth way for the year of 2021. We don't know this is going to be 2022. We know it's for 2021, and that is the equity pool, right? The profit sharing pool at the end of the year. You can get detail on that. There's a video on that. There's a brochure on that to get the detail on how that whole thing works. And of course, then the car bonus. So let's go ahead and break this off into 4 basic ways that the money flows. The first one, when I'm talking to a new person, okay, and I might go over those 7 levels just as I did, but then I say, to really better help you understand how the money flows, I'm going to touch on basically 4 ways that we make money. The first one I refer to as immediate income. Okay, so what is immediate income? Immediate income is something you are in control of, meaning you're directly involved in that. It's something you do. So what do? You retail or sell product, 25% sending people to your website, selling out of your inventory, 50% buying wholesale, selling retail if you've bought a business pack. And when you personally enroll someone, you're going to make that, enroller 100 on a business pack, 200 on a career pack. And if you're legacy qualified, the legacy bonus also is paid on those personal enrollments. So again, this is you're in control of this. You can go out there and sell product. You can go out there and enroll new people, and this is what you're going to earn off of your personal efforts. The next way we make money, I call leveraged income. This is when your team starts enrolling people. So you have this legacy team starting with your 4th business pack. You're legacy qualified, and then you start earning a legacy bonus on all of the people, their first 3 and their first 3's first 3. And this is outlined in your back office under the genealogy. You can choose, do a drop down arrow and you can choose legacy team, and it'll show you who your legacy team is and who you're able to earn that $100 on. Okay. The residual income, this is the dual team commission. This is the monthly auto ship. It's a portion of every startup order goes into residual income, which is also rare. Very few companies do this. Most companies separate it completely. Fast Start is only paid out to a couple people, 2 people, 3 people. We pay it out to, the majority of it to the person doing it. And then we pay it out in the binary commissions all the way up. If it's in your weak leg, you're getting paid on a portion of that startup order. This is very, very unique to Valentus. And then of course, the matching check, which is, I believe, also part of the residual because it's based off of the dual team commission of someone else. The 4th way is the bonuses. Everything is paid weekly. Everything is paid weekly except for the bonus. The global bonus is paid monthly, and so is the car bonus. So I want to go through this just because, everything we do, guys, in our business sets an example what others think they have to do. Okay. And what I encourage you to do is in the app, okay, in the Share Valentus app, there is a 4-minute videotape that goes over exactly what I'm going to go over with you right now, which helps people understand their options in getting started and why they should choose either a business or a career pack. Here I am. It's my video in the app, right? I explain it in there. And when I'm prospecting someone and they say, where do I need to get started? I don't explain it to them. I say, you know what? I'm going to send you a video and it'll explain it to you. Okay. Because again, everything you do sets an example of what others think they have to do. And if you explain something that to them might be complicated, what are they thinking? I don't know if I could do that. Right. But here it is. It's my video. And I'm not explaining it to them. I'm sending them the video to explain it to them. It's a subtlety in our business, folks, but this whole idea of everything you do, setting an example what others think they have to do, it's an important subtlety that makes a big difference in the result and how you grow and how you duplicate in your business. So I utilize tools to the fullest extent. If there's a tool that can explain something, I'm going to let the tool explain it versus me try to do it myself. If there's a tool, there's a very, very successful person in our industry said, if your mouth is moving, it better be pointing at a tool, right? That explains it, right? You need to use tools to explain, especially compensation and the various. I use the app to explain every aspect. Somebody wants to know something about the product, I may give them a broad brush on it, but I'm going to send you a little quick video that'll better explain it to you. right? So utilize that app, folks. If you haven't utilized that app, you need to utilize it. Phenomenal tool. So here's basically what this video talks about. Basically, there's 5 different packs you can join at. We have a basic pack, $59. And this is kind of where you stick your toe in the water. Surprising enough, this is the most expensive way to get started because you're paying the most per unit. Okay, then we have the starter pack, little better value, decreases the cost per unit, $145. We have next the advanced pack, $239. Once again, gives you a little better rate on the cost of the product. So each pack is a little better value. If you're looking to do this from a business standpoint, right? Understanding how important it is to get started properly, I really encourage people to get started either with the business builder pack or the career success pack, right? And here's the 5 reasons why I believe that's important. Again, the example, I've already spoke about this several times already on the Zoom. Everything we do sets an example what others think they have to do. For the rest of your entire career, every time you sit down across from somebody, you're on a Zoom with somebody, you're on a phone call, and they're ready to get started. What are they going to do? They're going to say, what did you do to get started? And you're going to have to tell them. So you have the ability to set the pace, to set the example on how your business is going to grow or how it's going to duplicate. I can't emphasize how important this example thing is, okay? We want to get you started the right way, okay? And so this is an important point of why joining with the business pack is it's setting that example, okay? Next, gives you a workable inventory. It's hard to sell from an empty basket. We have products when we talk about them, especially when we're talking with somebody near us, they want it. They want it right now. So having products to sample, having products to sell, and having products to use is important. And again, it comes back to setting that, also tying in the example. The best value, a single unit, $59 you're paying per unit. You jump up to the business pack, $36 per unit. The career pack brings the cost down to $33 per unit. So think about that. If you're going to sell someone a product, do you want to make the difference? You want to make, a little money or all the money, right? If you want to make all the money, then you want to not leave anything on the table. That's where you're going to go with the career pack. Demonstrates commitment. This is another key component. People want to follow people that are committed. When someone joins with one box, what are they telling you? That they don't really think it's going to work, right? And that's the message they're sending. I'm just sticking my toe in the water. When you join with a business pack, it's like you're not sticking your toe in the water. You've jumped in the pool and said the water is great. Come on in here with me, right? So demonstrating this commitment is another important element, not just to your prospect, but it demonstrates that commitment to your upline of how serious that is. Maximizes your earnings. You automatically, with a business pack, become a Ruby. Which you go now in the dual team commissions, the binary commissions. If you just join with one box, you're making 5%, right? Dual team. If you join with a business pack or a career pack, you jump to the top of the dual team commission, which is 20%. And as long as you maintain that monthly 100-point order, you're going to maintain that Ruby rank until you're ready to advance, and which locks in that 20% dual team commission for you. It also is required to qualify for legacy. If you want to make that legacy bonus, you have to join with a business pack. There's no other way to do it. And you automatically get locked into a 4-level matching check. And if you do a career success pack, a 5-level matching check. I'm just going to talk about this for a moment because this is a very unique part of our plan, because we have people in our company who have not even started a second leg. They've brought one person in. They're within the enroller tree who's with somebody that's really making this thing happen. Maybe they brought them in, or maybe they brought somebody in who brought somebody in their large leg who is just killing this thing. And because they joined with a Ruby pack or a career success pack, they're getting that 4 or 5-level matching check. I mean, we have people making $1,000 a week in matching check who don't even have a second leg, right? This is a very, exciting component of our plan. Okay, so let's break this down into the various 7 profit centers. We talked about this, the website. You can send people to your website. They can buy directly off the website. You're paid that basically 25% commission. Again, if you sell out of your inventory through joining with a business pack, it's going to decrease the cost per unit. So it's going to bring your profit margin up to around 50%. The first order bonus. Okay, this is when a new person joins you and enrolls in the company, a brand new person you personally bring in. If they come in on that $59 one unit order, you make a $20 first order bonus. If they come in with the 145, you make a one-time $40 bonus. If they come in with the 239, you make a one-time $60 first order bonus. If they come in with the business pack, you make a one-time $100 first order bonus. And then with the career success pack, you make a one-time $200 first order bonus. Okay, now there's one subtlety I want to talk about here. If someone were to join with the 59, the 145, or the 239, and they of course, you're paid that one-time bonus. And then any order that they place after that, goes into the binary. But if that person at some time in their future places that business pack or that career success pack order, and it's the first one they've ever placed. So let's say they've been, they came in with a 145, the starter pack, and they've been on auto ship for a year, and all of a sudden they decide to upgrade to the business pack. That first order bonus and legacy bonus is paid out. Okay, so that's a very unique. A lot of companies only have timing windows that happen, or hey, they joined with a with a starter pack, you made $40, and now they join with a business pack, and you don't make the first order bonus. In our plan, you do. So I want to repeat that. Somebody comes in with something less than a business pack, and regardless of what the time frame is, if they some point in their history upgrade, that first order they place, whether it's a business pack or a career pack, they automatically get upgraded, or they get upgraded to Ruby or Emerald, and that fast start and legacy is paid out. The other thing that was asked to me the other day, and somebody said, if somebody comes in with a 575 and they buy another one, does that make them an Emerald? It does not. It does not. Okay. These orders and the ranks associated with that first order is when they buy, a business pack, they're automatically a Ruby. If they want to upgrade to Emerald and do it immediately, they need to then do the career pack. So if that's your goal, and this is why, guys, it's important when you're bringing a new person in, because this happens every month. People say, it wasn't explained to me properly. I didn't know. If I would have known, I would have joined right away, because now they bought a starter pack and now they're faced with having to buy a business pack because it's not a cumulative, right? And they say, I should have known that. That's why it's so important to share that video out of the app, because then it's explained properly to them, right? Now there's no excuse. They knew and know up front, because a lot of people have a hard time asking people for money. Right. And they're broke and they think the whole world's broke. And so they're afraid to ask people for money. Again, when somebody says, what do I need to do to get started? I'm going to send you a 5-minute video. I'll explain it to you. It takes the burden off of you. Right. Let me ask them and explain to them why it's important to start with the business pack. So when somebody places a second order, the first order, so now they've placed a second order, right? What happens is 20 points goes into the compensation plan, okay? So 20 points goes into the compensation plan. That's going to trigger a $4 commission. So they placed one of the join packs, and now they placed an additional order. Maybe it's next month. They place a 1-box order. Okay, now 20 points goes into the binary portion of the plan, which triggers a $4 commission if it's in your weak leg. The 145, it's 40 points goes into the, I'm sorry. I got off track there. I'm going to back up for a moment. Okay. I'm going to back up for a moment. So what happens is, if this first order, that's what I meant to me, is I got confused in my PowerPoint. If this goes into your weak leg, this first order that you've placed goes into your weak leg, not only do you earn that fast start, but of that $59 order, 20 points goes into the binary. So you make another $4. So in a sense, you make $24. right? 20 first order bonus, $4 fast start. If someone joins with the 145 and it's in your weak leg, again, you make the $40 fast start. You also have 40 points that goes into the binary, and you're making 20% on that, so that's $8. If someone joins with the 239, right? Same situation. Now 60 points goes into the binary, and so you're gonna make $12. And if someone joins with the 575, 100 points goes into the binary, so you make 20. So think about that. Somebody comes in the weak leg, you make $100 fast start, first order bonus, and $20 dual team. And the same is true on the business pack. Okay, hold on here once. I'm just going to do this so I can minimize my screen. Okay. Okay, so what happens when someone places an additional order? They've joined with one of the packs and now they place another order within the same month. What happens? Or the next month. That $59 order, if they place it again next month or in the same month, it doesn't matter, directly after, now 50 points goes into the binary, so you make $10, okay? When they place a 145 pack and it's after they've joined with an initial pack, then 100 points goes into it. So this is essentially all your monthly orders, pays out 20%. Again, this is provided it's in your weak leg. The 239, 150 points goes into the binary, so you make $30. On the 575, 400 points goes into the binary. Again, this is if they've joined with a Ruby pack, and let's say they're selling a lot of product online or something. Now they place another Ruby pack order. Now 400 points goes, instead of 100 points, 400 points goes into the binary. And so everyone in the upline who has that order in their weak leg is going to get paid $80 on that. And on the 1170, 1199, 500 points goes in, or $100 is paid to the entire upline or to you. Legacy bonus, 100 points paid on your legacy team. Let's look at what this looks like. This is on all business and career packs. The legacy bonus is only on business packs and career packs, and it's only paid on the first order of the business pack. And, again, that first order, meaning it could be a year later after they've been using product, but the first time an individual places an order for that business pack or career pack, that legacy bonus is triggered, okay? And so this is what it looks like. So this is you, and we're gonna do this example utilizing the business pack, the 575. So the first thing you wanna do is fill your foundation team. So when you enroll 3 people with a business pack, it triggers that $100 first order bonus. So we'll see how that looks. Okay, that completes your foundation team. Okay, so that's your foundation team, kind of imaginary line here. That's your foundation team. Now, one little subtlety here. Let's say you bring 3 people in with something less than a business pack. Okay, and now the 4th person you bring in joins with a business pack. That 4th person becomes your first person in your foundation team. Okay, so your foundation team is filled by the first 3 people that join with a business pack. So let's say you enroll 3 people on something less than a business pack. They're not in your foundation team. Let's say your 4th person joins with a business pack. They become your first person in your foundation team. Now let's say of those first 3, one of those upgrades to a business pack. Okay, they become your second person. Okay, now let's say you bring a 5th person in. That 1st person joins with a business pack. They become your 3rd person in your foundation team. Now your foundation team is complete. Once your foundation team is complete, it's done. You never have to think about it again. These 3 people could quit. You don't have to replace them. Once 3 people have placed that business pack, it's completed your foundation team. You are now officially legacy qualified. And so now let's say you bring on your 4th person. You're going to make that first order bonus of $100, but now you get the legacy bonus of another $100. So that's going to give you an earnings of $200 now, starting with your 4th business pack. Okay, so let's look at that subtly again. We talked about, you know, the first 3 people you brought in, and the first one upgraded. Now let's say the second one upgrades. Your foundation team is now completed, so that second person you brought in with a small pack upgrades. Your foundation team is completed. You're paid legacy on that person, okay? Because they now become part of your legacy team, right? And you're going to make that 100 points on them. And so, again, this is exciting because it goes as wide as you want to go. There's no limit. Every person, starting with your 4th person that joins with a business pack, you're going to get that $100 fast start and that $100 legacy bonus when they join with that. And so the way the legacy works is now you have that person you brought in, they bring in 3 people, and that legacy bonus is going to you because they're part of your legacy team. Again, how does it work? It's starting with your 4th person, their first 3, you get paid that legacy bonus on. So as you know, whether they bring in 2 people or 3 people or 1 person, you know, it's legacy to you. So you're going to make that legacy bonus on there. And so now the person bringing them in, okay, that first person there, that's green, they get paid the fast start. So in this example, as they bring 3 people in, they get paid the fast start, but that $300 legacy bonus is going to you, right? That $300 legacy bonus is going to you. Let's look at the next level, because you get paid the first 3 of the first 3 of the first 3 to infinity. So as those 3 bring on their 3, okay, there's a legacy bonus triggered. And again, that's on all of those people. That legacy bonus, that $300 legacy bonus on those 3 new people that person brought in, that's going back to you. All those legacy bonuses go to you. And same thing, all those legacy bonuses of that next level. And again, this goes to infinity. The first 3 of the first 3 of the first 3 of the first 3, all of those legacy bonuses go to you on your entire legacy team, right? And the legacy team consists of starting with your 4th business pack, and then it's the first 3 of starting with your 4th person of the first 3 of the first 3 of the first 3 to infinity. I know that gets confusing, but it's a very, very exciting part of our plan. Okay, the matching check, when someone joins with a Ruby, remember you're locked in. The other thing about this is, guys, you know, people talk about binaries and they say, you only get paid on the one leg. Well, number one, yes, you get paid on that one leg, but instead of getting paid 4% or 5%, you know, 3 levels deep, or you're getting paid depth according to your width, you're getting paid that binary commission on that entire leg, 20%, right? But here's the other important thing. It's the binary is the only part of the plan that has anything to do with the 2 legs. All other components of the compensation plan, it doesn't matter what leg they're in. And I talked about this already, but I'm going to reiterate it. You could join with a Ruby pack. You're automatically locked into a 5-level matching or 4-level matching check. You may not start a second leg. You may never sponsor anyone again. You brought one person in who brought somebody in who did something. You're making that matching check month in and month out, provided you maintain that 100-point order, right? And if you join with the career pack, then you automatically are an emerald and you get 5-level matching check. And not only is it 1 additional level, but the percentages go up, right? 20% on that first level, that's the same. That second level goes from 10 to 15. That third level goes from 5 to 10. And then the 4th level goes from 3 to 4. And then the 5th level is 3%. So let's look at this matching check a little bit further on how this might work. Again, you've brought in, these are all your frontline people. You brought in, yes, we're a 2-legged plan, but in the matching check, everybody that you bring in, they might end up 20 levels below you, but they're first level to you in matching check, right? Because we only have 2 legs, but that you might bring in 20 people, that 20th person might be 100 levels deep, but they're still first level to you in matching check, okay? And so, and you're making 20% on all those people. All their binary commissions. So the matching check is based off the binary portion of the plan. So whatever their binary check is, you're making that 20% of their binary check. Okay, the second level, you're making, these are all of the people, right, that the first level bring in. And again, there can be large gaps in between. You could bring that, like I said, you brought that 20th person in, they're 100 levels below you. Well, that 20th person brings somebody in, they might be their first level to them, second level to you, they might be 200 levels below you, but they're second level to you in match and check. I'm going to illustrate that again here too. On the third level, 5%. Again, this is showing the Ruby, but again, these percentages go up as you would rank advance and the depth. So let's look at this. So you brought in, you know, 3 people, let's say, and you know they're placed based on the way you have your rotator set in your 2 legs. And so here's 3 people you brought in. They're all first level to you. And so you're making 20% match and check on those, on that first level. Those first level people bring in people. Those are second level to you. See how they're falling in the plan? Those are second level to you, and you're getting 15% on those. And so think about this. This is 1, 2, 3 levels below you, but it's on your second level matching check. So let's look at this one more level, take it one more level. And you see how this person here is 1, 2, 3, 4 levels below you, but they are actually second level in matching check, if that makes sense. So again, no matter if you know, all the people you bring in are first level. So if you bring in now another person and they drop right down here, they're what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people below you, but they're first level to you in match and check. Okay, the dual team commissions. And the way the dual team commissions work, you have a strong leg and a weak leg. And for every 200 points that you have in your strong leg, you have to have 100 points in your weak leg to offset that. And that completes what we term as a cycle, which generates a $20 commission. And so let's look at what this might look like. So think about, you know, you're bringing all these people in and you have this funnel and they're being dropped in depending on how you have your rotator set to one side or the other. And you're paid commission. So in this example, you know, 3 people coming in, let's say they're each at 100 points. That's 200, 100 completes a cycle. And we keep, you know, marching this down. 3 people, another cycle. Again, 3 people, another cycle. So that's how the binary commission works. And again, that goes to infinity. The global bonus, how does this work? Let's just do this for an example, is on company's total revenue. Let's say it's 7 million and you take 1% of that 7 million. Okay. So in this example, that would equal 70,000. And then that 70,000 is divided up amongst how many shares. So everybody is out there enrolling, and however many shares are qualified for, that then is divided into the 70,000, and it determines a share price. So in this example, let's say there's 500 shares qualified for the month. So that 500 divided into 70,000 determines each share value of $140. So let's look at this. So here you are, how do you get a share? So for every 3 people within a calendar month that come in with a business pack or a career pack gives you a share. Okay, now there's a subtlety here, because if you enroll somebody, let's say in April, or let's say you enrolled somebody in March, okay, they came in with a small pack, and then in April, they upgraded to a business pack. Although Fast Start and Legacy is paid on that, they do not count as one of your 3. This is that they have to place the business pack within the calendar month they joined, okay, in order to count for the global pool. The individual, in order to count as one of your 3, they have to join with that business pack in the month that they enrolled. So if somebody that you enrolled in March, you know, upgrade to a business pack in April, they're not going to count as one of your 3. Okay, it's only people that join and place the order or upgrade in that order within the same calendar month that they join. So in this case, let's say you brought 6 people in with a business pack in a calendar month. That's going to give you 2 shares. So that's like, imagine that's 2 shares. So that's 2 of the 500. But you know, in the company, say there was 500 shares accumulated. That's how the shares get accumulated. Every time somebody enrolls 3 people, and it determines the share price. So here you got 3 shares, or excuse me, 2 shares at $140 a piece. That's a $280 bonus. And then of course the car bonus. I don't have this itemized, but when you become a diamond, and you hold that diamond position for 1 additional month, then you're paid the car bonus. Right now, you're only paid 50% unless you submit paperwork, which in your back office, there's one of the line items across the top is car bonus. You can click on that, download the paperwork, fill it out, and send it to the company. It gives you all the instructions there, and that's going to then, you know, get you to the full payment, the full car payment. If you don't submit the paperwork of your car is 2 years, or it doesn't matter what the make or model is, it just has to be 2 years or newer. If you know you're close on that, I mean, if there's a month or 2 difference or something like that, the company will work with you on that. But in order to get the full car bonus, you have to submit that paperwork. Otherwise, you're getting 50% of the car bonus. I just want to touch on this real quick because I think it's some important things to know. Is for rank qualification. Okay. Let's look at diamond, for instance. Okay, diamond, you have to have 100 points and you need 3 emeralds. So let's talk about this for a moment. This is an exciting part of the plan because a lot of companies, you know, you have to have these people at rank, and if you can't get them to rank, it's holding you back from your rank. Well, in this plan, it takes 3 emeralds. But you can get an emerald by sponsoring 1 person with an emerald pack and you've got 1 of your emeralds. Or if somebody maintains a monthly order for 6 months, even if they don't have emerald structure, if they just maintain a 100-point order for 6 months, they automatically become an emerald. So for someone to get to diamond, it's typically never going to be an issue of not having their emeralds because it's very easy to accumulate those 3 emeralds so you can get to your diamond rank. And then you have to have $15,000. And here it says in your lesser leg. Now let's talk about that. Lesser leg would mean that the other leg must be greater. If this is your lesser leg, the other leg must be greater. So to clarify this, both legs need to be at 15,000 or more. So lesser leg means it's lesser than the other leg, meaning the other leg is greater than the 15,000. So both legs to become a diamond need to have, and the number you're looking for, the number you're looking at is this bottom one. It says total qualified monthly volume for the month of June, and well, whatever the month it is. This is the monthly number of what your total volume is in each leg. So in order to be a diamond, both of these legs would need to be at 15,000. Okay, so that's the first important point. The second important point is what it says here is a minimum of, it's a 10% rule, so minimum of 10%. So 10% of the minimum monthly qualifying, it's 15,000 per leg. So that means 10% of 15,000 is 1,500 has to be in enrollment tree volume. Now, what is enrollment tree volume? Enrollment tree volume is people that you've enrolled, or the people you've enrolled, they've enrolled, or the people they've enrolled, they've enrolled. It's people that somehow are connected through your enrollment tree, meaning it started somehow through you or somebody that you brought in. Okay, that's enrollment tree volume. The stuff that is not enrollment tree volume is volume that is from the upline. Okay, so let's look at this. In this particular situation, on these volumes, the left leg here is greater than, or is a small leg. And your upline can't put people in your small leg. So you can see this number right here is a very important number. These 2 numbers will almost always match. There are certain circumstances that may not happen, but in most cases, your lesser leg, the enrollment tree volume is going to be the same because that enrollment tree leg started with you, right? That small leg started with you. The large leg is where you're getting spillover from the upline. And so in this case, $3,400 of the 80,000 is enrollment tree volume. So that means that 3,400 came from somebody you brought in, who brought somebody in, and so on. what for diamond, this would need to be a minimum of 15,000. Okay, or 1,500, because it requires to be diamond, you need 15,000. So 10% of 15,000, this would be 1,500. If we look at this person's volume, what rank are they? Well, they've got 66 or 68 and 80. So that would make them, give them double diamond volume, which is 30,000. If we look over here, double diamond, 30,000. Enrollment tree volume, minimum 3,000. So in this case, this person would be a double diamond because they have more than 30,000 in each leg and they have enrollment tree volume of 30,000. So that's going to make them a double diamond. The other important thing, Bill, somebody's off mute there. The other important thing here is, and it can't be, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but right up at the top here, it says personal volume. Okay, that has to be $100. Okay, not $100, 100 points. That personal volume, which is the very first line item in the genealogy view of your back office. In the back office, along the top toolbar, over to the right, it says genealogy. That's probably where I spend most of my time looking at what's going on. You click on that, it's going to give up this view. It's going to give you this view right here. And that's going to, the first thing there, right up in this area, is going to, it's going to display what your personal volume is. That has to be at 100 points, okay? And the way that pay works is this, is you have to have, the way you close a month is the way you're going to be paid the entire rest of the next month. So if you close, in this example, this person has 100 personal volume, you know, more than 30,000 in each of the two legs, and they have this, they have the 10% rule taken care of. This person is going to be paid, okay, this month here was indicating June, so they're paid at the double diamond rank in the entire month of July, unless they were to upgrade. Okay, now the way they close then July, if they don't place their 100-point order, then, you know, July 1, they're not going to be paid. Right? You have to, the way you have to, unless you join your join month, in your join month, the startup order you place qualifies you for that month and qualifies you to pay at that rank, you know, let's say Ruby, the balance of the next month. But every month, that's, just know this, every month you need to have that 100-point order to maintain rank and to get paid the following month, right? If for some reason you miss it, you know, you can place that 100-point order, and from that moment when you place that order, then you can start getting paid on anything that happens after that, right? But we have this happen every month. People don't understand this, and they don't place their order, and then they don't get paid next week, and all of a sudden they realize they didn't, so then they got to get their order placed so they can get paid the following week. Okay. So, Bill, that's what I have here. I'm not sure how long I was supposed to go. I guess I went 50 minutes. You know, I'm happy to answer a couple questions if we'd like, or we can close out.
Sure. Yeah. If anybody has any questions, unmute yourself. Feel free to ask any questions that might have prompted.
Hey, Bill.
Yes.
This is Mark Jackson. How's everybody?
Hey, Mark.
I would like, hey guys, I would like for John to clarify two things in the comp plan that that everybody really should know. He kind of touched on them. One was, when somebody comes in with an order, whether it's a single pack or a 3-pack, and, you know, they can upgrade later to builder pack and you know, get the $100 fast start. But what I wanted to clarify was that they need to do that the following pay week, not in the same pay weeks. Could you touch on that, John? Because they won't get the $100 if they buy a single item, let's say on a Saturday, and then all of a sudden they decide they want to upgrade to a builder pack on, you know, on Tuesday. It's the first order. So that person that sponsored them is going to get their $20 commission because they ordered that $59 coffee. But if they upgrade to this in the same pay week, they will not get the $100 fast start. It has to be done in the following pay week. That's something that everybody should know.
Well, that's something I didn't even know. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. I think Jen Melendez is on here. She can attest to it. It's happened to me once. That if they're going to upgrade, make sure you let them know. And I've had to do this recently. Don't put your order in till Friday, the first day of the next payday. That way, I'll get my 100. Of course, he'll still go to Ruby and so forth. So that was one thing I wanted to cover. And the second thing is, oh, my writing is so small here. Some people have said or think that if they get the single pack order, let's say they buy a tub of coffee and but then they sponsor and they have 50 BV and they sponsor a Ruby, they're not going to get the $100 fast start. They have to have 100 points. So don't get that confused, guys. They must have 100 points to get a $100 fast start. Okay, so they need to, if they come in with a 3-pack and have 100 points and then sponsor Ruby, they'll get their fast start. That was the only two things, John, if you wanted to clarify.
Okay, and what is the fast start on if they have a 50-point order? What is
$20?
that?
$20 fast start. But if they buy a builder pack a couple of days later and it's the same pay week, that sponsor or that enroller, I should say, will not get the additional $100 fast start because it is in the same pay week.
Yeah, so that is, thank you for that, Mark. So what he's saying there, guys, and I'm going to the first thing he talked about, I'm going to check on that. I'd like to see that program change, but what he's saying is, in order to get paid full fast start, you need to have a 100-point order. If you have a 50-point order and number one, you can't get matching check with the 50-point order. Number two is if you have a 50-point order, your fast start is going to be less than like as his example, you bring somebody in with a business pack, you're only making $20 versus the $100.
Yeah, if they bring in, like if they have a 50 order and they bring in like somebody buys a 3-pack, they'll get their commission. 6-pack, they'll get their commission. But if they buy a builder pack, you're not going to get that $100 commission.
Okay, they're only going to get 20.
I don't know what they'll get. I haven't experienced that yet.
Okay, we know it's something less than. So, the key I think is making sure everybody's on that business pack order or that 100-point order. Anyone else have any questions or comments or subtleties they may have experienced like Mark has that everybody would benefit from?
John, this is Julie Litke here. One thing when I started, with the global bonus, I thought that I would get that 1% no matter when they upgraded, but it does have to be in that same calendar month. It can't be the following month. So if you have somebody come in on a 6-pack and 2 builder packs in 1 month, and then the guy on the 6-pack upgrades the following month, that does not count for that 1% with your 3 rubies in 1 month.
Yes, and we did cover that, but just to reiterate, because it is something, this stuff can get, make your head hurt thinking about all these little subtleties, but in order to qualify for the global 1% pool, in order to earn that share, it requires 3 business packs or greater, 3 business or career packs. Those have to be in the same calendar month, and the person to count has to have placed that order within their enrollment month, meaning they can't enroll in this case March and upgrade in April. That's not going to count. That person is not going to count. It has to be in their enrollment month. Anything else anyone wants to share that they might have experienced or think need to be clarified?
So one last thing, John, and you shared a lot of great information here, and this is a deep dive into the comp plan. If there's anybody brand new on here listening, what would you say is the immediate goal for just a brand new person? Because this is a lot of information, but if you're brand new, what would you instruct a brand new person for their immediate goal?
Well, the immediate goal for a brand new person is, their income is coming from first order bonus and legacy, making sure that they are, focused on the most important activity to grow their business coming out of the gate is prospecting. And the only part of the plan they really need to be concerned with is the first order bonus, because that's where they're making their money. The binary is going to kick in for a little bit. And, until they start that second or third month when they get some team volume going. And legacy starts after their first 3. So, that's really kind of always our focus is, bringing someone in, getting them started properly, getting them off to a fast start, focusing on that number one activity, which is prospecting, right? And focused on getting them to legacy, right? I mean, that's, if you focus, I mean, at the end of the day, if all you did was focus on helping people get legacy qualified and duplicating that process, the plan is going to pay you, it's going to pay you well, and it's going to grow and duplicate. I mean, if you were a singly focused person, okay, I'm bringing you in, Bill, our goal is to get you legacy qualified. Let's find you 3 business packs, right? And then we're going to take those 3 people and we're going to focus on doing the exact same thing. Everything falls into place.
Yep, 100%.
Right.
I appreciate that, John. Thank you so much. And, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for being here today. Does anybody else have any quick question they want to share?
Yeah, I got a quick question. My name's Todd. I'm new here. So my
Welcome.
question is, where are y'all getting most of your clients from? Is it online? Is it local? What are you guys doing?
Well,
Personally,
personally,
anybody. I like listening to Mark Jackson. He was pretty good there.
Mark, you want to handle that question?
Just short, thank you, Todd. The short answer really is you get them from everywhere. You know, old school network marketing, like me and John, we come from the old school, you know, anywhere from the 3-foot rule to meeting people, to planting seeds, to online marketing. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. You know, we have a fishing tournament, fishing that we do with some other experts on here, like Amy Greenfield can tell you about. So that would be, you know, there's several different ways. Yes.
So this virus thing hasn't slowed you down at all?
No, if anything, I think it helped the whole industry because, you know, people are at home. They're able, you know, people's lives aren't as busy because, you know, they've been at home. So, you know, online, I mean, Zoom a year ago, nobody knew about. Today, everybody knows about. And so, but, you know, the short answer to that is, you know, there's 350 million people out there, pick somebody. Right. I mean, it really is just a matter of talking to people, and whether it's, as Mark described, that 3-foot rule, some of you run into at the grocery store, at the gas station, whether it's, you know, going back on your memory jogger and finding people you'd went to school with, or, you know, people that you played football with, or, you know, people that are in, you know, clubs with you, or people you met at coworkers. It's really anybody. It's really anybody. I think one of the biggest mistakes we make in our business is we prejudge. You know, this person makes too much money. This person, you know, couldn't sell. This person, I mean, we don't have the magic wand to say who will or who won't. All we want to do is give everybody a chance to say, you know, yes or no. I've even approached people that way. You know, I don't think you'd be interested, but I want to make sure.
I like that one.
That's a good one. Todd, and I have a little input for you too. So for me, I run across people every single day, and, you know, I just got really good at asking one question. If I got a sharp individual and I could tell they're sharp and I'm having a conversation with them, I you know, do all the groundwork conversation, and I say, hey, John, you're pretty sharp. Do you look at other ways to make money outside of what you currently do? And I just wait for the response. And then when I get that response, I just send them a link, and then I go from there. But I do that at least 10 times a week. So that's the answer to that
That's a
question.
fantastic question.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, Todd, use that memory jogger. It's in the success guide. It's really good. It just kind of jogs your brain on all the people that you know, because so many people say they don't know anybody. And as you start reading, who's your doctor, who's your mailman, who's your neighbor, who's your best friend, who's your brother, you get this really long list. So I'm old school. We like writing, Bill and I, we like writing our list and just, you know, crossing it off, and we have lists everywhere. So however you organize that for yourself, but it's really helpful, the memory jogger.
Yeah. So I appreciate you, John. I love what you said about the basics and the goals.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just focus on those small goals, here's what I found, and I'll leave you guys with this, and I think everybody's got their questions answered. If not, raise your hand. But what I found was, when you start to get paid in this comp plan is when you really pay attention. So stick to those basics John talked about. We really appreciate y'all here. This was recorded, so we're going to share it on our group Facebook page. It also was Facebook Live. If you'd like a recording of this, just reach out to Dawn or I or John, and we'll get you a recording.
Thank you, John.
Thank you so much, John, for your
That was
time.
awesome.
Everybody have a great day and enjoy the
Very
rest of the
valuable.
weekend. God bless, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.